Hey everyone, Alisha here at AlishaAshley.com. This video, I just want to talk to you about my most recent accomplishment of reading 3 Feet from Gold. This is a book that I have just finished along with my partner. We actually read the entire book together. I think we read it for like 2 weeks. So yeah, it took us about 2 weeks to read this entire book from cover to cover. We still have to like go through it because there's like some activity stuff in here where, you know, they want you to still correspond with the book and stuff like that. You know, some little work stuff that you can do in the back of the book. But this is a huge accomplishment for me because I was the type of person who did not like reading books, and I actually judged the book by its cover. And if the book title was boring or, you know, whatever, I wouldn't even get to the back. I wouldn't even flip over to the back and read what that had said. So I am very, 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 very excited for myself of reading this book along with my partner. You know, we have taken great nuggets from this book. There are so many things that I had no idea about, and now that I know from reading this book, I don't know what else to say. I am just so amazed that, you know, from, you know, me coming from my background who didn't like books, who thought that, you know, whatever's in a book, you can watch TV, you can watch the actual movie, but it's not that. If you have not read this book, I recommend you to go pick this book up. 3 Feet from Gold. Actually, it is by the Napoleon Hill Foundation. Think and Grow Rich. And it's called 3 Feet from Gold by Greg S. Reid and Sharon Lechter. So, you know, I encourage you to get that book. And I'm actually on my next book. Now, I have read this book before. Think and Grow Rich, the actual, you know, original version of this book. But I was reading my partner's book, David's book, and he had so much stuff in there that was highlighted. And actually, that's an excuse. I'm making an excuse. And then I really couldn't get into the book like I thought I would. So I've been on this Think and Grow Rich call every morning, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And the call is about this book. We go through the entire book together on a call for 30 minutes. Like, we read a chapter all together. And then the last 30 minutes of the call, we have, what do you call it? We have the mastermind portion where, you know, we come out on the call and we talk about our experiences or, excuse me, just anything that we can relate to the book. And I finally have my own copy. So this is my book. There's no highlighting, no nothing in it. This is Alicia's copy. So I plan to mark the crap out of this book. You know, just nuggets and stuff that I pick up from the book. I'm very excited to start reading this book again. Actually, we're going to read a chapter tonight together. So I'm reading that book. And actually, as you see behind me, I have my vision board. You know, I have some great things up there. I'll make another video about that, but in the meantime, I just want to show you this other book that I'm reading. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the other book that I'm reading is The Power of the Subconscious Mind. I've talked about this before, and this book is about your mind. What you say makes all the difference in the world. So this is a book that I recommend you get, and this is a book that I am reading alone by myself. And I am on chapter 11 in this book. So I'm making progress. I think there's 20 chapters in this book. But I think today I'm going to read 2 chapters to, you know, knock it out, you know, even faster. And then there's another book that I was reading, but I put it down because I was reading so many other books and I didn't want to overwhelm myself. This is another book that I am reading. I think it looks like I'm halfway done with this as well from where I folded the page at. Let me just look. But I enjoy reading now. It's fun. I'm learning a lot. And it's one thing to read a book. Well, it's one thing for someone you know to read a book. And for them to say, you know, excuse me, for them to say, oh, you know, I really like that book. That book was great. You know, I learned this, this, and this. They're not going to sit there and go through the entire book, each page with you. No, that's up to you to read the book. And Like The Power of the Subconscious Mind. David had read this book. He's like, every day he read a chapter. Every day he read a chapter, and he would come home and he'd be like, you know what? You need to read this book. And he would tell me about everything in the book. Not really, but, you know, bits and pieces. But I didn't pick up the full spectrum of the book until I actually read it myself. So I'm just encouraging you to read. Not that junk out there, because that's what I used to read. But I still really couldn't get into reading until now. Because when I read books, when I read inspirational or self-help books or personal development books, it makes me a better person. I'm learning something every time I open the page. And I make sure I read a chapter of that book. But just letting you know that the sky is not the limit. There is no limit. So if you want to read 5 books, then read them. If you want to read one, you want to start off small like I used to do. But I found out with myself, I had to push myself. So I would start off with the 15 minutes, and then I'd be like, okay, I guess I'll do it later. But I had to read. I made myself read. Now I'm reading to like an hour a day now, which is awesome because, like I said, I did not like reading books. So, again, I am so blessed and happy with myself. Just so pressed. So, if you have not picked up this marvelous book, 3 Feet from Gold, I encourage you to do it. Also, Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. This is the deluxe edition. It's so pretty. And then it comes with a red ribbon in here as your bookmark, so you don't even have to worry about a bookmark. And, wow, I'm reading 3 books at one time. And then The Power of the Subconscious Mind. This is an older edition, but it's the same text. I'll get the deluxe edition of this. And this is a book that I will keep with me because there's so much stuff in this book. I have actually highlighted a lot in this book. So I'm going to continue doing that. And then Danny Johnson book, Self-Made Millionaire. So I'm going to wrap this video up because I know I've been talking for a while. But you all enjoy your day. Read a book. Read a good book. Not that trash out there that talk about husbands and cheating and all that stuff. Don't read that. Don't read that. Don't even watch the news. Matter of fact, don't even cut on the TV unless you're cutting on Netflix and you watching The Secret. How about that? But I'm going to wrap that up. You all have a blessed day. And remember to visit my website to find out exactly what I'm doing and how I'm able to stay home on a daily basis and make money. More money than I did working at a job. Have a great day. Bye.